Alright, let's make an individual PACE plan for a student so they have set due dates. So we're going to use this general IPP along with the student. So the initial setup of this here, we're going to start and we'll go through the different pieces. So first let's find a student we're going to use. The student hasn't worked in well over a year. Terrible. So we'll use here. So you go to the gradebook of the student and we have the little buttons here. We're just going to hit copy. So it's going to copy the gradebook of the student. Alright, table copied. And then we're going to go back to our IPP plan here. Okay. I'm going to paste the gradebook here. See where it says paste. Right. I'm going to paste. Control V. And you'll see if you go back to segment 1, now realize I'm showing you a segment 1 course that has all this. So it shows a lot of information here. So to go through, you have to clean it up. All right. So we basically you look at the different things that you would need to be cleaned up. My recommendation is this developer tab where you create macros. If you don't know how to create macros, I know there's a tutorial out there, but otherwise it'll do this. You would just go back to the gradebook and you could start to look and see these little pieces like segment 1, and you would I'm going to Control X. But you go Control F and then replace that with nothing, and it'll replace all of them. Right? 32 replacement, it's done, and then you go back and you'll start to see. But you'll notice there's a lot of different things. So I have a macro, and I'm going to use it. So I call it IPP, and it takes most of it away. And then here it is. Now the next piece to this is actually down here. You'll notice it's a very long file because, well, it's made for any class. So when I first initially do it, I want to get rid of all this because it's only going to be for this class. So I highlight and delete all those rows because that's actually working into the math. I'm not going to get rid of the honors part here because what I'd normally do is I would save this as my PACE plan for this course so that I could then use it and I wouldn't have to redo that one every time. Plus it does change a little bit. So put your name in here. If we go back to the gradebook page here, I can put my name in here. Oops. You see the threshold is 70%, so it'll end up highlighting anything below a 70%. So say there's actually work being done, and there's points here. Say like it's at a 30. So notice it's in red. It also takes that away, so that because it's a completed work, so it doesn't show up. Pretty neat little tool. It comes back. So you'd say the start date, and notice you hover, it'll say to start on the first Monday of the week. In fact, to make this plan, I don't always use a Monday. I may change that according to what I need, especially if I'm monitoring only on Fridays, or if I have a certain day I monitor, then I'll make it on that day, and I know those are the days I'm going to check for my plans. But let's stick to a Monday. Let's get in this Monday, and then let's say we're going to let them finish. There you go, April 8th and 19th. I could, look at the dates, and April 8th, which is also Monday. And notice, just by moving the date a little bit, let's go 4/9/19. Sometimes you have to look and see, what is it really doing? Well, actually, look at this. Even at 4 week, it's going to put us at 3/11. So we would come back here. Let's go 3/8. Got to have the right year on there. It's always a problem. And so now it's given us 5, and it shows that the PACE being 5. And you can adjust it as such. Notice the 5 now finishes at 2/25. You just come back here and go to the week. A lot of times, then after I've gotten to this part, I would just copy and paste this. I might save it as a PDF. I save the file. I might give the file to them. Once this is done, also, let's say let's show you here. So I'd make this plan, and I would take the whole plan and copy it, Control C, and let's go back to let's go back to Michael here, and under the gradebook there's a reminder, and I can click on that reminder and I can stick it right there, paste it, Control V, and this is an IPP, an individual pace plan, so I know that's one I made. Or it could be times where I have a student-made pace plan, they do it themselves. But then, there you go. They can see the whole thing, and there's their dates, their due dates, and their plan, and I don't have to go dig for it a lot of times. I can just go through the gradebook to find out the students, pull up a list, do a filter. I put it under student comments, IPP, and I pull up that comments. That equal IPP gives me the list of students, and I'm a brat, so I use 2 screens. So I'll have that on one screen. I'll start opening the gradebook and going through these on the other, and start texting about whether they need to call me if it's really bad, blocking them out. And again, it comes down to me monitoring. So I can't say that I'm 100%. I'm a human being. I have good ideas and plans, not that they always work. So I hope that helps about making a plan